ministers no ebeba no ma ba kire de edi sika no ebeye Ivan akwaba
Alaska major so
na boko de
oh nyame adoma hoden ho
Ghana to say
kuram once we have life, that is the most important thing. Alaska that be a catcher. And yeah, that's sorry. I think one news I take you over the media airwaves. At was from and run you be seen there has to do with IGP
Dampare.
Yes. Samri ya terminating will be for
Tete Yohuno
Christian Yohuno.
And that's a wukra de dini Yohuno ni say obakuno. Yo, I walk dangbi ofi shayo sudoku. Ofi mi ho.
Oh, okay.
Enti when I medium. Enti yo, ayo ba.
And that's a friend also by Jens as.
Every that be means as.
So I think you see that be American adwuma no ya de ma say ya na amamfo abodje so there is this euphoria near Niger na se for Alaska. You will be a free hold be a banner, so who's at this one at this one.
That's right.
I don't see the reason why being appointment a year jubilation.
But actually, why is it that the police service in Mrantani jubilate?
Yes, I know there was a Obiane said you see who near ma. Personally, me, I've on this particular platform have said a lot about Dampare.
Exactly.
How are not in as much as a month for Presino, for reforms, whatever. No, me, there were key issues are not measured, and any of these key issues, I was never satisfied with the way a man and oil and near. So decision like this, now I knew say a bad day, a baba. Now it was just a matter of time. So on one case, I'm not sure he's surprised. But Alaska, before this, there was a committee that was set up.
Very well.
And review Nema, and sometimes if you listen to some of the things they found out now, it was very shocking. Then as for but some of these things are not for public consumption, you know. Sometimes you know. So I think the decision, you know, and yet trust I can say president take his decision. But you let me no. I think that we will delve into, especially in recent times, the acoso with police shooting, killing individuals. Then as a form a bar, you don't actually see anything. Then as a form, so people were actually worried, and within the police service in Ankasa, they have their own problems. So, if there is one person by IGP among on one Kasa ni colleagues, you know, I'm more ganging up against him. No, penny mana oh yeah, nay, Dampare.
Very well.
It's the reason why yesterday I wasn't surprised when I saw some of the police barracks in it. Depending on any party as Obia or more clicky. Na Obia or more or no more way. There are those who will be happy for you. Thereby, so there are sessions within almost when you're happy. And those things they are normal. So when I see some of these things, but I think we will delve into some of the things I mean we need over the years. Clouded the police administration.
Okay, room.
Yes, Alaska. So like my main concern, my cultural said there are a lot of people my expressing concern about president having power to appoint or your friend said terminate.
Good.
Security
couples or disappoint.
No, we don't know. I say appointed or disappointed. Now, pardon now, we say disappointed. No. So either you are appointed or disappointed. Fine, that's okay. And there has been a lot of discussion around it. Say as to whether said that prerogative, that power, no, you take it away from the president. Now you mad the police service and a hierarchy now and and choosing the leadership na say for. That is the conversation we can start. But as it stands now, the constitution empower the president to appoint these security heads. So until say we do that constitutional arrangement,
so the power
president,
in the president.
Exactly. So you can't begrudge him. And I know the day he's the person that will take over the mantle to run the affairs of the country. And let's go be about the security objective. The strategy and the plans. So you try to identify individuals within the security setup, to realize that particular vision. And into the constitutional framework, when it comes to issues of security, they are very pertinent and very essential. You can't joke with them. That is why a president must have a say in whoever becomes IGP, the head of the military, and then prison services and other agencies. So there is the need for us to ensure that these institutions can elect their own leaders, and that's fine. But until that is done, the president had that prerogative. And for instance, if you go to America, even those advanced democracies, Alaska, a president now appointed the FBI director is appointed by the president. Trump will buy your first win of fire. No, on the crowd who's over no, you know what?
I sack myself.
Yeah, I sack myself. So you see, it's something in a democracy is embedded. Because President Biya Suro said, the head of security agencies, you know, they can make and make you at any point in time. So that discretionary power, and I'm free president, free baby, but you don't know whether the person is coming to sabotage what you're coming to do or not. And Oko USA. One of the sensitive security agencies has to do with the director of CIA. The president now appointed on National Intelligence Way. President now appointed on FBI director. President now appointed on. So all the security head ne couples that are nipa more.
Any exceptional.
No. And me person me say until we get to a stage. Some of these constitutional arrangements in the year, now ya time to me they share these institutions and say, more appointed policy there. I could find by Dampare and Co. Sometimes you can do some of these things and then get away with it. So I'm not sure that the Obibet may be grudge president so we're taking that decision at this point in time. But Alaska, my issue has to do with Dampare whole you've heard saying IGP kind of stuff. You see, IGP Dampare has been a very smart person. Playing the game, you know, so one way, yeah. So I know the day there were a lot of people
one way or the nothing better
exactly. A lot of people got hoodwinked into the idea. So about the name of it, but Alaska, maybe fundamental issue has to do with police dealing with the public. For instance, Asem Sisesia, a very crucial. For instance, Yatiana police for Botiano. They shot about 15 people and killed them. Omo de Babonteso Muku 3 people, which was a lie.
That's right.
Alaska, that incident by nipa tie nipa huye. Media ni crop police ni afrena bisa say catch dia be na see no. Omo say IGP say mayen kasa. Alaska, police just like any other institution. They have individuals that yet train you more in terms of communication. So it's not as if
across the region no communicate I say mo biankasa.
Mo biankasa.
Police headquarters.
Alaska, police anya bosom. You deal with the individuals. There must be that kind of relationship. So, onyo beyond the team, assemble between church is the reason why office what the power to train people when it comes to PR or more no. So as long as issue baba, because these are sensitive security issues, they really want to understand. You don't wait to say just you issue statement from headquarters. Issue no baba summarizing the whole thing. It doesn't even provide details. Subsequent to that, you don't hear any investigation. And you wouldn't and as all costs are to be Alaska one in yet. So that particular thing became a lot of way and amount for a camp. And again, police form rants are now dealing with the general public. Alaska, how many people are police for issue to a more chroma say? Menkasa we a police in no be threatened with life for no, that's not what I'm saying. But Alaska, we've seen instances within slight confrontation. But yes, a police in your kunipa, yet Tiana say a brandy be a coffee and free need them a one cranza. Oh, Nema me 1 week na nema me hu ne da. Na ni ba na ho se yese ne ba no mortuary.
E na bankra abekuno.
Abekuno. Asem no see na police for call grounds no. Asem asi boys rebu afu. You needed to go there and calm the situation. They ended up killing extra people. But see ne Nkranza issue no, what is Obia investigation?
No.
What is Obia kan wasem? And sa niema we nyina we will expect it because you see the police internally no can at Obibaka say oh na say police for within issue na ma bonti ama general public na ma internally you can deal with it. But issue na ba me no yate no, you need to communicate to us what you are doing just to ensure that we remedy such situation. But we didn't hear anything. Nkranza issue no, till date there is no single journalist to bet me about any briefing as to what actually came out of that particular issue. Alaska abrantie bi ya say ne sister aye ne visa amano or ko Germany. Ndi oba crash or betoto ne ho ne na go back to central region. Okwa no ko wura ya fe ne saying more na ewo ho no. Ya say police ni say wa mene bibi say ade se de boto hu say oba no wa mene. Enti ya de shocker etetara branch no mani wu instantly. I was on TV with a mother the last time. Mami ni soon to say
with a mother.
Yes. and ne sister no na se for no till yet no call police we no afọ mbeka say na boy no kra no de bend chese nsem o mo ka no is so nasty say o menade e na de no ko choku ne minim
omo fremu bibi.
Yes, this is a criminal police ya ebinom nka so mo nyina asem to a ye be mo bode atwa asem ato so anayantia na ukọ okumase then asawase boys and then see ye
omo shoot on omo so they are criminals.
Yes, and omo ko sell tuo de niam de begu omo nchen frame omo say they were armed robbers. It took investigation outside the police and sana ye hu say indeed na nkrofo no nya criminals a judge and a man kwatenam high court judge na kwatena ade no ti and a free external people including few other police and sana because the police na nkombetena so cover up and I know the day no we needed to compensate those guys. Alaska a ma we will mfise yeti kroma and a mrantia bullion van omo koba
adedempo.
Alaska issues na yenim so omo bom mrantia no tuo. Still not the police administration were putting young people at risk. Abrantia on vest. Na na kwatira bullion van car nim. Na ye the 2010 as o 1947 war. Na esini nine so. No the car ketwa front. Alaska am robber towa. Chese untimi nya hwa gise o si free car no ansa na obekọ kwa sa tuo num. Side arms kwa no mu nibi. Enti abra video na hwa no am robber towa mo no. Now there was nothing that the police man could do. So I'm robber no ne be door no and some police in it nya twini to apia so that be I'm robber so no wakunu dada. This well your friend say and nearma na e so we need a remedy. But the IGP was busy or che Kalawele wo social media na camera di na chi. Ochi Kalawele we saw some of the videos. Oh whatever it is Alaska on nama me who be that say IGP your job is to fight crimes on nama na camera see or hand cameramen and a video no as if that's a movie comedy bi na yedi. Alaska sa sem we are making Emma this issue emrante kwatena ka animin ebeda di say sa police form mpanimfo no bi na hyehye saa akire ama ye koche police training college abrante bi a okire nkora na de kromfo a o training police officers
kromfo
a o training young police officers and no akire and few others ye bo modern chimrante no Alaska what you expect is say ye be ye ne ye investigation hwan ye involve no ebetimi aboa mamamfo akoma to oboyam because at the time ye che saa mrante no na anya hwe young police almost bear 4 and ye ku omo in a similar fashion. Yakoda sorry ya police for the very foolish statement about one say yakofa police for me and son of mugu custody ni say ya de omo kwa abonten ama makoboa yen ama yakwa ambushi some criminals bi
with investigation.
Yes yakoye no ambush na omo ambushi ya there was a shootout na si yen omo anya nipa bia nku omo say police for me and sana no mugu prison na yakoyi omo ahomache no. They killed the 3 police officers.
Under Dampare.
And you see, there are events you may not have control over. Yekum we no nsam no sie no biate. What is statement? What investigation? What is say you can't say biafa ho. Till date, what be that? Alaska, police in Yabosom. Now even some of the CIA documents as we speak, most of them have been your friends saying ya read that binum ama babo nti amanfo e kan.
Most of them has been released
to
the public.
Amanfo e kan na se for nom. So hear from this asem no sia obi ante ho asem na se for. So within the police no he may have his issues mate about police welfare sika, mate about promotion, mate about this and no me ni hobby. I don't want to speculate and I don't want to go into. But my concern has to do with the dealings of the police and with the people. And the fact that police for young guys from Mabano Crano, Cranben a year for some making sure say, ye perform, must be a assistant. Alaska, there are a lot of young people who are coming to the police with a lot of energy and enthusiasm. So about the year, 92.3. Obabana Yadobako police barracks, and there could be a single room amount or free general or near many nurses abontain Alaska, but beyond bad cry problem. And the same thing applies to the military. And boys no free military, but no 37. Aquasa, I saw it down the bed as is in Baconda, so Baconda form.
I saw it.
Oh, now Alaska,
and the more or less only students.
Yes, our dormitory life now, we are living in secondary school. No? That is what some of the young military men are living in the barracks.
So it means leadership and fighting for the cause of the people.
And this institution are one of the most corrupt institutions you can find.
Corrupt.
Oh, trust me, Alaska. When it comes to procurement, our president and Kasa or they take both the police and the military. But because our budget in for sometimes we wrap them because of security in for I think that the president should be bold enough and audit the military and the police. And I can never find no. Why we ya about half beko prison in front of that no. But the welfare of the young people, nobody is taking care of. Alaska. Nemo muhia sebe yo mo brabone nanka last boys no mote bullion van ni ma no mo kwe hwe 2cc nkra na kana kore. Sa tete Gold Coast two na no mo de kwa wall no. Ten na nesisi mo sere so. Ukosia kromfo no ba no kura sophisticated weapon obi kura G3 na so.
E dey come back na kura obedane ho.
E go Gold Coast two da be na obi fi Africa na Alaska. So you see some of these things in our compound so there are those who hail Dampare when it comes to some of the administrative decisions. But administrative decisions, that is not what I am looking at. I am looking at the security of the average Ghanaian. Alaska, in the last few years, look at the number of people I adopt your Kroma saying. Boy, you saw Twitter, or can I be on friend saying bongo ideas?
Bongo ideas.
The queer Kofano, we are police on Nimoshe, national security on Nimoshe. So, Mamma, I'm a Kofana, Papa, Kofana. I
don't want him, sir, Omoba Missoha, and only away.
Yo, so Alaska, and this all Nema Akoswa. Yet Mukochi be abroad, Mammy, our airport, Yakofani. These are internal security. So, whatever way the police are involved. So, that sense of insecurity, heightened to a point here. People felt insecure prior to elections. Election no by we and amount for Akumato Muyamo. But before the elections, you have amount for people who were posting on social media and they were being abducted. Then as for them, why not police for what are they doing? You understand? The police had its own issues. And then within the police, now Dampare and Kasane and the young police for there was this tag of war between them.
Very well.
Tag of war between them. I don't know how in a personal relationship with, but whatever it is in Alaska, when you are in charge, you make sure say Obia is under you. You find a way. The best way to lead as a leader is find a way to use your enemies to your advantage. Alaska, the best way is say Obefa crime business will use your enemies, but you know they hate you.
And police say we voted against the MPP because of Dampare.
Yeah, and there are those who are in the police because you see, when it comes to some of this, in the feeling they are mixed. You can't just listen to one side. There are people also worried because Dampare is going.
I'm not sure you are on the good side.
Exactly.
But according to them, no sir, if you are not on his side, promotion part they don't go there.
And I said, now no, so here Omo no mu yeku atu ni amokotena committee and me sa we no. So here and some no more can clearly when it comes to promotion and as for no, there were a whole lot of issues na e cause but and I make say these are internal issues sometimes, but with the public sense of security in this country, some of the things that I saw, the urgency and the seriousness policing na ehia okrom no. Now here the conduct and the attitude of the IGP dinner. Alaska na match because the social media, the narrative out there was just trying to showcase to people. I don't know where that particular, because security, social media, camera dimachimi turned economy kotokenke. Last week who news headline say the IGP buys kenke from roadside, eating like ordinary Ghanaian. Eating like an ordinary Ghanaian. That is how cheap journalism has become in this country. IGP akoto kenki or kwine na yanti ba umi akwa nkoto kenki or kwine and so what
but journalists I don't know fitina mudi asem
oh na Alaska say agro mu microphone do na ani so eti Alaska we need to get serious na ehu share say papa ya oba I cannot just sit here and make say afa no so oba.
That's right.
So the oba be ye na ebe gina so me I don't know him that much.
Yohuno.
Yes, I don't know him that much, but the ono so be ye no
or ye deputy to Dampare.
And I say Dana, you're pointing to deputy now, no call hibernation.
That's right.
That is the power of Dampare for you. Or no best office or help you, more or less, it looked like independence for a lot of people within the police. And there are among for expressive war. But for me, where I am, I think that the last time I catch all, Dampare, free no free, no cry, he should not just go home. I think that there are a number of issues.
He must be probed.
Yes, he must be probed. He must be investigated. When some of these incidents, we can't just let these things go because I'm told it was a land issue and almost said I said sand winning. That was a lie.
That's right.
Because Nipa, the MP was all over complaining about it. Alaska, Nipa nya koko. ena no yonko police na bonitu akunu sa keke na ya fire ho adi police brutality sa akoso okroma say. And you see, let me also say enya Dampare na kura tuo na onam e na brutalize obi. But you see leader no the backs no stop with you. The obeye e na be ma amanfo ahu what to do. Incident we yesisi amaka onipa omo yeku omo police for yabo we tuo police na kobo we tuo police na ku we yakota we yakochi we yanadwo yakofa we wo ha na se for nom na Alaska. Se public no anhu se wo ye bibia fa ho a people will not be happy with you. And as an IGP, some of us didn't see some of these things. You understand? It's the reason why consistently abiding society, no, not people were calling said the IGP should be sacked.
That's right.
Then I've seen say some people strategically, yes, some of the president court.
That's right.
Ako in Jantino,
Franklin Kujo and others.
Because I news, as I said last week, and people knew say na we yaba, and quickly, But I think that some of these things, and yet said as it stands now, the president award that prerogative, that power
by the constitution,
per the constitution of this country, and until we can start a conversation going forward. Say police service, are mature to a point here they can elect. But Alaska, one dangerous thing is that all the security setup in this country, one way or the other, have been politicized. They are the NDC side and the MPP side. And Obia on interest and your friend saying, Babia Nemeko. So another day, even if you give the police that power, so one can elect or more leaders, you're going to have a problem. Same way the military, and now come military, you're the MPP side and the NDC side, and those who are also playing medal games. And the trust and the confidence and the sense of professionalism you expect the institution to exhibit. Now what you imagine, so I can say, this institution are mature to the point that they can elect their own. I'm not sure the police has exhibited that sense of maturity to be given that overwhelming of power to elect their own leaders. I think we need to.
I almost attain that maturity.
No, they don't have that maturity.
But it's when the person rose from the ranks.
Yes.
Now, I said that institution is a movement to me appointed. You see, that maturity.
Now, Alaska. Now, promotion, who issues are best young. I won't say. When it's your kind, say you've done all, you tick all the boxes, and you need to be promoted to the next stage. Alaska promotion, and yes, sir, that's right. You go through a lot of some virtual exams or some will call interview, some professional conduct, and so forth. Nipana, original house or the mauno. Sometimes they look at you or how animal or how deal say, oh, party way. They can, and we've seen a lot of the issues. Jump a lot of people over their seniors and then as a forum. The same thing has to do with the bar. Your friend saying the Chief Justice,
that's right.
The Supreme Court. Doma hina kwatena your friends High Court in Yendo.
Oh,
and crank to Abasin,
because Omuhun say
or Kasama party be an answer can
right.
So sanity, Oko, your friend saying Supreme Court is sanity. But I can tell you, another one is coming. The Ghana force should prepare.
another
Dampare is coming. Because Alaska, some of these massive changes must be done.
Right.
Sebaya, you to me a sanitized state institution. For instance, and way by one major issue people are expressing has to do with Chief Justice in the Supreme Court in Nasefonum, Alaska. If there is a particular place that need that holy cleansing, for me, I think is the judiciary. And not just the Chief Justice, but recent appointment of President Kufuado, Eduko Gusa, bench in Subiano. We need to take our time, think it through, and make sure, say, every single person who be deserve qualify, and the person or the requisite whatever it takes to be there. And they being there, engender trust and confidence across the country. Nanya say political lines, because I say prosecution and shall say Okroman. There are a lot of people who are worried. Say, and as I bench where oh dear. That's how the case if you are about Wagu. And very surprisingly, a binary society. One Supreme Court ruling never be say unanimous in every hall.
Serious.
I say, oh, mama, 3-4. No, mama, your friends are 5-2. No, mama. But this is a Supreme Court for the past 7 years. It was unanimous throughout. So justice is what he found. How do you build confidence? How do you engender that trust? Right. So I think that thing has to be done. And this changes because it's not just the police, but as the IGP and similar change fire service. the Director General.
Oh, that's right.
And then prison service, the same thing.
And the Air Force commander.
Good. And some of these changes.
CID boss.
Yes. Some of these changes, expect them to because.
CDS.
Yes. Some of these changes, expect them to they will happen.
Right.
And I think that you need to strengthen institutions and make institutions respond to the needs of the people and not say, oh, baby, you sue the police or these institutions as a platform to hype yourself. Say, man, me can go. IGP no be order. That is why the new one coming. Yes, so could be a year senior the no dana for trying who she ha. You should know that next time we won't have a down for trying who she. So Dampare all quiet now man for was when they. Be doing the so nemra so baba. But Nina Beshas Abraba or Babon the Bedu one dance. I keep telling people, say, whenever you encounter people in life, Alaska, whenever, keep at the back of your mind, say, a day will come, that encounter will be a story that person will tell. And your dealings with the person at that moment, and the better whether in the storytelling of that person, you are a hero or a villain. And yet, it will not be the person's making, but when you see it, they are winning the how you treat the person and our channel or kind of story or back kind of way. Never deal with anybody in life and think say a day will come the person will not tell his story. Ebi a or your cook, ebi or your security who free say the soon name fast. A day will come that person will tell his story and the other year no and no back. I think that we should be guided.
And then my coming story. As a level radio on 92.3, my breaking news way. Mami bought the management of Ahunto FM, especially the general manager, that the Bosco. Yawaha, Enna, Dampare in Crawford say, Omumbe family. Reason in Yana say, Emrana Omuye NDC internal elections, especially Shai Osudoku. And at the then, district commander or declare on any support edema a particular candidate. So through my research team and I expose no. Ya to abani wie ya wa na according to management and say pips Dampare any cross like omo family mra and that boss could say na nipa no radio so dey yampani o just say because then the people were because I was bashing the government all the time. Be me weapon ni me research ni say na ye wo evidence to ni ye ka. E dey ko si ni nyina echi ni say omo kire me be a me evidence what I'm say wo whistleblowers act. And the whistleblowers act other than what say me evidence made it man. But that the boss stood on his ground and said, no, we ain't to me in fact and releasing in fact. That time I was on air. Nina was under Dampare. Me can you know there kwakusi say under Dampare say we are wild this over can no clear. If the Jubilee I'll say catch him for me. You
see the impression he was creating out there. You see, when you take it to social media and you begin to put up those gymnastics now,
that's right.
They see you as a show person, always going around. Sometimes Van Damme. IGP kwana camera di na enyum de kire dwendwem o Van Damme okuku last clear at the time. Van Damme.
So they came here and general manager said to release Alaska that
it's not right. So Alaska, some of these things cost beneath the omoye no you don't even pay attention to. You understand? So over here in some no bana man for can people are enthused with social media, but on the grounds, people were dabbling in the issues of insecurity, killing here, shooting people, like adapting people here and there. And you don't even know the point I'll call report to wine.
Exactly.
Niama were messy. For instance, during the elections, Abra Abatuano, a koya yekuni pano. You don't even expect the new president to say investigate it.
Very well.
As a leader, your conscience and your knowledge, expertise in that for should warrant that particular way for you. Say no, I need to do this. But until the president says, anyway, Alaska, one issue has to do with issue of recruitment. I told you that there is a team immediately after election that was set up to look at recruitment. Alaska, some of the individuals are recruit them into the Ghana police. Alaska, if you see some of the reports, we and you begin to ask yourself, how?
They are criminals.
Not just criminals. So within the police, there is a team, you can call it a kill squad. You
can call them
kill squad. Alaska, you hear nipa who require dirty jobs. There are the very people who send them. And when you see those people, you know say we a funeral.
When you see them?
Who are more we a funeral? Because their job is to just your friends have finished you.
To eliminate you.
Yes. And you can't do that. Alaska, extrajudicial killing cause will chroma within this particular way and that. So for me, where I sit, Dampare, I like him as a person. To be very honest, I like him as a person. But as an IGP, near my coso, ne kwanya ne ten and usiko, I'm one person I was never happy with the way I know any IGP. So I think this is a good decision. And I also employed a new guy now because a new IGP, but he has been there
for a long time.
So the other year never nipa a supporting and I said, yeah, the right thing. And you can just come and recreate what has happened in the past. Because there has been successive IGP abessing. Alaska police, and there hasn't been any improvement to be out. This year new police for no more banner. Eya biso omo ntare shemu, omo mpabo shemu.
Me se won mo ntare ase de akesha ni.
Babi omo da. Na police ni na nkasa ono ankasa ni security at san.
Right.
Police ni no provide we no. Psyche evaluation because obi kura ba Alaska. Oba be hu sa etu ye kunipa na ne yam timi hye no timi bofa de tim. How do we address all of these things?
Right.
I think we need to do a lot.
Meda say, everything na make us say, and then Dampare call. Etienne, I was saying nipa a confidential. Missy Mamim board the management of Ahuto FM Abaso. Everything na NDC appointees in NDC for today be and I can say some of us we really risk our lives. Countless number of occasions, Yasuma se me yambe family that the Bosco, the general manager said no way. Security establish ni yenye dede because Alaska kase because nana do se mumba fanemra that the boss could say no way because lashi bi ha that be o esa shama way unipa na MC and on what that be over fam any wo ba na wa kra se me kwaba na me ma ana Alan no I see on countless number of occasions Yasuma se me family and general manager and you see omunye la ko baby and general manager and I say for Alaska no way me am the baba
no way
no way Alan work out there
you about the chidi ampo nyankopon sim na do hu mobo and any ever be do be any we do.
That's right.
Me chemi nyu abema Ivan so me hu no ase ade ma me. Chairman over Swampofo. You want a happy belated happy birthday.
Kale ya bre na nanado.
Yes bro.
Media me see omba bia omaba na Bosco. I say mon comedy ne baba.
Nanado amamu no. O you are nya afinya mark magina parliament.
That's right.
Aka satisfied the amamu ne fin bia ni hu. Amamu bonesa, amamu kankan troka za. Enen na da ono no. Say IGP asema yekin. Nanka eko yeyi nanka. Ono na do danko akufado. De papa yeyi ananka police we ni so. Ana yejuma pa. Anka ne yeyi ni fi ono no. Me hu se yi IGP bi fi so. Na obeko barracks na mo serious.
Na a police for ebode
I say it's never done. It is never done in a police.
What was the NDC? You to about the mamu ya MPP for, but you to about the NDC because you need Dampare.
It's never done. Meanwhile, what Dampare in she, your papa when you baby because Professor John for some time was not.
We are in Eddie Camp.
Into war one on Ejuma Ben and our mother. That is the question we have to ask. And Nunti and I was saying penny for no. Yes, you won't see Nipa Edin GD a bishan. A man who quite so umbra no member born home by. Because with this development, serious. Because say be on my radio stations, I said I was here. I said when I can ask somebody and Nunti, I said some I said my phone. Once a Mawokinano, it is about the economy.
Very
It is about good governance. And what dear Wati, any dear, Woka and Mamma and Sati. No, I bought a bine managing and announce no 2 and more. Everything made the abo a bino. O Megina has say, and another Danko Fado.
No,
O Megina has say, and Yabaumia. And it's someone can say, Entia Baumia. Now one can say, enter another Danko Fado. Now walk come again, semi air course a while by one, a chibi woman. Now we'll be some match. It clearly tells itself in Crawford. I'm a mono mebuno, or mobazo mabuno. Or man basso mabu, my or mine, I may in Yahoo. Because I dream Paul Mukrom with the Biano, eh dear. Or more papamo, at the shell party national. I'm we and a bocco too. His Excellency, Kwame Nkrumah edifice, exactly that mindset, no. And in the crew, so at any given time, when you they want to exhibit that character. The menu are making a real. So, Obishia police in a room. No one at idea or she. That's not what you come that.
Serious.
So, what is the motivation in crying Sheben and a police? You know, because I don't cross a crap with the dinner wanted so the age man crap on the Woodino. Not per se, Pabua or she. You understand? I say one more police juma and a police juma is on and says so juma. You restrict them to the barracks. The police are always outside.
And they are with us.
They are with us. Oh, and it's always share. Not a black on the winner. That is a more reason in the past. No? There were so many transformations that has to do with the police uniform. At some point in time, no, it was a khaki up and down. At one point in time, on the shape blue, it was true.
And come away by
all those
Buffalo units.
Yeah, that is it. But we have the striking force. The force that came first was the Buffalo unit before the striking force came. And the other forces started coming. What do you say? And the police force, Nangsa, has gone through a lot of transformation as far as the Ghana Police Service is concerned. And you know, so if you want to reform the police better, what you say? Na a Jumano, a bro abe Jumano, the Nipa na holding at no, at 2 I had the order man, or the chairman of the police council, Baumiano. What was he doing? What was he assessing? How is he even assessing and seeing as to what the police force is doing? Nothing. That the Chinese police are not going to be able to ever since the police, any monumental jump in terms of salary payment is under His Excellency.
That's right. Now, our police work assistant go and see
Thank you.
And
the first time the police once again will have a breakthrough. Our police was doing friends yeah, Papa, Fly Lieutenant General John Rollins, Omunya Namibia, a call, so we can almost some peacekeeping.
Very well.
That was where, because the police have never, ever embarked, a stand to be corrected. So we call peacekeeping, all that, and we breakthrough, maybe in those days, and I said, we are police in Ukraine, and I saw talker. And that's all car crap, and I saw the show you have been so no talker and the amount. You have no right.
Because
make as far, not even 60s more, as early as the 90s, until they went to Namibia and came back in 19. Ask any police service man.
Oh, you're embarrassed, boy.
Yes, I'm embarrassed. I know what I'm talking about.
Right.
You understand? In those way, police ni nasa over talker, nasa over car, and they say you knew be dia. So I know you be dia. Then that car now you have a problem because you must be able to prove. But the breakthrough, what brought about the breakthrough was the peacekeeping to Namibia, and it continues afterwards. And that is how the police force, go through this transformation. We do here, Papa, Professor John Evans and Thomas, all the single science salary structure by Anna, I uplift you, and we do baby. Into all Dampare, with all that you have gone through, what you are saying, and the kind of knowledge you have acquired, as far as the Ghana Police Service is concerned, because Dampare is one person when answer all by IGP, now most of the police people revered him.
Very well.
Yeah, they revere him, they see him as an intellectual. Because someone says here, I will do the one counting now. It was that man who fought for the welfare and no national assassinate the mom. So he came in, himself, with the Ankataji police for at the day, and in the next call. Nase Nipa a bo say a which year, and there was a Papa Dampare or Bono or Ubisano Hunsem. Because as you are going when sit back, the very institution Awaba Dano Ah, who feel on? Ah, we are not meeting says we be so at the court or the Jomama court. What kind of what kind of joke is this?
But the fact is, said Ivan cannot Dampare obviously you're smart.
Oh,
and your journalist be one more advocate for his removal. No, na wamaya from behind the scenes.
And Wakasa.
And then the Wakasa.
Oh no, you know.
That is how we are playing the game.
It's how the people. It's what the people are feeling. And as intelligence, look. Alaska, I can tell you in confidence. 92.3. Before Dampare's removal, Nami very well, per the intelligence we have picked on the ground from some of the policemen, that if His Excellency John Dramani Mahama decides to keep Dampare as the IGP up to the end of the middle of the year, no, the police force were going to demonstrate.
Oh, that's right.
Do a background check and you see.
But now, I mean, one more. Sir, is it Dampare? Sorry, Dampare removal. No. Wasn't even politicians no push you.
No, it's on
within the police and Kasa. There were the very people who were pushing said no, we've had enough of this guy, he must go.
No.
So the question is and another koso.
That is it.
Me say yeah. So called the breaking news, you know. Me said that the boss 80 on countless number of occasions he fire.
How?
And coincident, I'm a general manager said that.
How can the police?
And your secretaries who are very tight. And I say no, you go, I'll bring him.
That's all.
And it's another order me back there. Because Nanado says bring him.
Oh, it can't be possible. It has never been possible then, and it can never be possible today.
That's right.
It will be possible tomorrow. Good. The air train say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and the Papa Nadia Brega na phone. And
now they are also calling for the various security heads to say they should be changed, especially Air Force commander. And then look at the messages about here. Yes,
he should go.
Almost Air Force commander must be changed. CDS must go.
Some of these things, you know, American, then they will happen, but you can't do this at the same time. You understand that? So it's a gradual process. And even apart from security, I'm telling you that there are a band of people who either resign or they will go home. It will happen. And you see, this time around, no, and look at this whole Dampare thing.
That is it.
It happened yesterday in the night. The following day, Yohuno has been sworn in.
Yes, and then you're sworn in.
Swift.
And you obeti, yes, Chief Justice, or there were another way, no other chin, so some of these things, you know,
you can't do it.
It's like a lightning way, a happening, and strategically you plan, you execute it, and then it ends there. You understand? You need to build trust. Mr. Wherever you are, it is about building trust.
No, today, let's delve much into this security issue. Nafe, yeah, the passport and other issues about it, because that is issue as a summary. Ivan,
Alaska.
For now, people are calling say all the security heads appointed by Nanado must go, so that John Dramani Mahama say enkoye na ofeli a. You say you will not do Crawford ban we faili. Because Nanado nimi ya ankagana phone 20.
Alaska, it's not a matter of Akufo-Addo appointing and Asinya Akufo-Addo. When you select what you may lose focus.
No,
on the discussion.
That is the discussion. That is
no.
Maybe a fear.
Yeah, Mahusa, but you need to look at Nipan or Hono, the competence. Akufo-Addo betimi do obiaba, and the person may be doing good job. You understand? And you may not have to sack the person, but overall, no assess now who's a Nipano, or vision or plan where you want to position the Ghana Police Service and ensure maximum security. Because the most crucial and the most fundamental thing obia here first is security.
Very well.
A sense of insecurity, there are two forms of security. A sense of insecurity and a state of insecurity.
Okay.
And the most dangerous is the sense of insecurity. When you feel that you are insecure.
The sense and the state.
And the state.
Okay.
That when that sense of insecurity a plague you are. What them crowd to me state of insecurity there, sometimes you deal with it, but when you have that sense, say you are not secure that Alaska, you can't survive. And these are two combinations I can't Magana for dealing with. You understand? So you should know that the president, the foremost responsibility is to ensure that every Ghanaian is safe.
Good.
Because as being safe, economic sense, political wise, your friends say social wise, religious wise, and so on. This security, the ultimate priority of a president to be as a make sure say. So individual no more on to me muawa, you get them out because the constitution, you know, and the constitutional frameworks, you know, anywhom, how crucial it is. And into that power, no president, you know, oko other institution. And then, for instance, EC boss, Chief Justice, so we remove one more. The approach is different.
That's right.
But when it comes to the security heads and as a foreigner there, you can push them out anytime. And Alaska me reforms are me person me here and say, you see, your policy, you know, there are a lot of issues. Has to do with training, has to do with recruitment. And as my catcher say, one of the reasons why Dampare is it, you know, recruitment of 1 year in the last 4 years. Alaska.
That very bad.
Me say details about Montana and Ghana for who be a Kanya, Kawayembe show. And to me, my proposal has always been said in recent years. We've seen a lot of criminals, criminal, but in the name of this partisan politics, you know, a lot of criminals, bandits, social misfits, binom, are gaining the opportunity to be in the police, the military everywhere. And these people have criminalized these institutions, including the national security.
But don't you think, sir, politicians should IGPs and now say those secretaries because we have appointed you and you must do because look at who on a party chairman be constituency chairman be like somebody like where to me detective. Meanwhile, this IGP like what to me in school like because me party na bapa.
So when you badge into such demands, me one kasa when you're serious.
That's right.
You understand? Because I party chairman appointed, the president appointed, me appointed me IGP. Can a party no from you? How dare you? Who you pan out to on a crown for phone fret? You can suggest so me crowd qualify. Fine, you go through the process or qualify. Why not?
That is we do a background check.
Exactly. But you can't tell me that me Asante region and me Banye Fano. You can't tell me that. And when you badge into such demand, it means that one casano when you're serious. What I say? So that is the beginning what it. So Alaska for me, the Yahoo in recent times, you know, some of these decisions go beyond the IGP. I think the president needs to sit down here and say, in the past 10-20 years, you know, what has been the major problem with our security?
Okay.
Sometimes personnel now has a level of training, understanding issues of security. They don't even know it. For instance, the call bank be now police in now ojina bank in the new saying two. Now all the say who way you know akwachi no den start to wake home no more. But nipa na ye police ojina bank in the no. Say I'm robber ba no or any dikan hu. So we are first target. So always you must be alert, scanning around to look for unusual things. But I don't know, Jina Hono. Assassin no cry, Nina Jinimu, make him wakoto credit crowd good and so Hunipa tre and original to saying no. Alas cannot be sounds a training bank and then the go through. You can't blame them. SEO Chroma, a man for police training school for just 2 months, 3 months. Or mom almost say police in Tadia.
Police training is supposed to be 6 months.
Obekwa and Kobi. And I am proposing, say, going forward, you know, let us set up police training colleges, just like teacher training, nursing training.
Okay.
And that's because security in its modern form, no, encompasses a whole larger area. Bioterrorism, cyber security, your friends say intelligence gathering and processing, and how to react to other agencies. Whole lot about into security. So when you put them to this 3-year training, you can make it degree, you can make it, your friend is saying, diploma. Nipari be go through way, no. Now what make sure so why equipping ye. And no crime bet me, I control the amount of people who are coming to the police every year.
Right.
First, you know, now we didn't have that resources. Until a year and 6 months short in the but by now, we've had a lot of people in. So going forward, you know, and we are able to do this thing, train them psychologically, mentally, intellectually. Because a police officer, a security person is supposed to be one of the most intelligent person.
Very well.
Now, when you in Tokano or Boasum, Kochini Pabra no uniform.
But Alan,
yes,
serious.
The issue is yeah, my own kind of Alaska. Say, OGOB ewo police for general duties.
Right.
That's all starting with the constable. At least 6 months minimum training. Because that person is there from day one.
Because after 6 months, then I almost top up.
That is it. Yeah. To 6 months now, only I couldn't be graduate. So graduate here in the police, you know, or was 6 months and 9 months for probation.
Good.
Between the 6 to 9 month probation, you know, so we have been as a touch him, you are going. So it's not even guaranteed.
That's then time.
That is what I'm telling you. Now, we now find ourselves in a situation whereby, and now I'm in work, say, it's just an Ivan say, can he? Police train now 2 months, no man AP. 3 months, no man AP. Into a similar was so bizarre, I won't say. The Oko 2 months, I will piano, the body and Usia.
Wow.
Now, before even a policeman become a CID, after even going the 6 months, they undergo a special training to equip them with special knowledge that has to do with Obia or no on-share uniform. In those days, Oba guard duties here. The woman doesn't go guard duties. Oba no enfe tuo enkura. Ene unam kroma police ni ba ekura tuo eninam krom. You understand? You be say papa mo say I no Dampare na nsape his studies no and during the time ono wure mu no na police ni ba oko guard duties ana. And as a police ni ba ekura tuo eninam krom ana. Because the fact of the matter, no matter how strong the feminine will be, it will never be like a male.
Okay.
What I say, and so the issue is say advance, then we must be able to get the necessary equipment. Send a bear who himself the police in 3 months. But the 3 months itself, it is not because the police is a whole institution on its own. Yes. It is a whole institution on its own. In Chakwa is a woman. So when me decided say, Mayor Doctor, after my first degree, I have another 2-3 years, you understand, to go to be trained. Others, and before we be film from the one I will run my first year, you are spending 7 years. Before you come out to be a doctor, and that one crap, it does not graduate to be a doctor. You have to go through various processes. Yes. And when you accept to yourself, say, me person me a police, and this is going to be my professional, then you have to go through some training. As I train, equip, build up. So, Baba say, Jumano. But you cannot bring people in. First, Alaska, look, a policeman who is less than 5'10" height, what you say, can't do the police.
That's right.
And they know it. And you don't tell me, say, you see, every profession, I understand that outside to my profession. And you're by force.
And now to police in the corner and not do height.
Thank you. And those people in those days from the office no more. 2.3. No matter how intelligent the person, the office no you are good there. And then you share quite so. Google quite so. And the question is, whatever Dampare is sharing as police, yeah, appointee Yaku, I don't understand a friend, no, or the visibility policing by no.
That's right.
From the international community. Experience when you other become police and say, look, policing is not done in the room, it is done on the street.
Very well. Baby obe do be on police.
That is it.
Unam bakumienu police.
Police.
Every 5 kilometers we are police.
If you have the intent to commit crime, the presence of the policeman
it will scare you.
It will scare you. But how has policing been today? And then tell me how many police cars patrol in your area? Police car do washing and the patrol area. And so clearly, you realize the police, it has become a political institutional. It's a job for the boys.
Yeah, the reward party faithful.
That is it.
Yes. And Alaska, me catch say, just imagine say what could you be, and the person is a fool. Oh, man, sir, Oko school now a classmate me boy. Besides class 1, I wouldn't be one natural to so much Jimmy.
That's right.
But when your mother so say. Me boy. So when you know it doesn't mean say Jimmy no call. So naturally there are people who are not smart.
Exactly.
And the nipa only nyansa na wadi 25 years. And you think you can use 6 months to train that person and give him a gun. One kasa no wuna wini nyansa. You can't train a fool in 6 months and arm him with a gun. These are basic principles of life.
When them say issues way before election, by almost a year to election, this same way.
Yes.
You are discussing.
Yes, I told you. So you can arm, and the most dangerous thing to do is to arm a fool with gun.
Yes. What do you expect?
Happy, trigger happy. Any least confrontation. Yes. You're funny, funny, tuo.
And because about gangsterism.
Yes, and that is what I don't like about Dampare. Sansem Lucia, a deben away as an IGP. Nothing. Alaska, we are not living in a banana republic. Do you know a number of people say people don't talk about it because they went to social media and posted something. nipa yira te se nkokɔ abrante omokofa and look at the ordeals he went through. If Ghana is any serious country,
the bongo idea.
Yes, and some na boy no narrating no, you may not like him, you may not like his style and as a form, but Alaska bisa I say when a kofa no, but see them you and I we don't know the police in your one, national security in your one, when in the jobs of providing security. And several other staff, Alaska. So I think there, police now can say here overhaul. It's not about Dampare. For me, it is not about Dampare. It's not about new IGP.
We are not dealing with. We are not dealing with somebody.
No. I'm not.
But we are dealing with the institution.
Yes,
we are not coming to the institution.
That is what I'm saying. Sir, the issue Dampare Yohuno nase for no cry. They are inconsequential to the discussion we're having here. There must be a dedication. Some effort. Say overhauling police, new training, you know, manuals, no, then as a form, everything has to change. You understand? Now you say police in Nippon level of qualification here, training in Nippon community, and the training, you know, encompass all aspects of security, including bioterrorism, cyber terrorism, every aspect. Now, Alaska, obi a training police school about. WhatsApp crowd no nim say send a message not in the police or the ambassador send but now most of the crimes no cause online in IT training no call you know.
Let me ask you, were you happy say Dampare is removed?
Oh I'm okay with that. Because for me
the same question will come to
yes.
you.
No.
Yes, Alaska.
No, the same question will come to you.
Oh, I answer yes Dada. And Alaska it's not personal. We are not personalizing it. Me issue with Dampare has to do with nipa yekuo mo krom ha. He didn't do anything about it, including on police officers. I almost say, I'm no more lead bullion van attacks. I don't go police way. You could you ma machi kuku.
I want Tiwe mami. Where ya police barracks back with you?
The joy is all over. The joy is everywhere. We are going to work from our heart. Oh, Ghana, the security is in our hand, and this is what we have been ending and praying for. We thank God. We thank God for that. For listening to our President Obama. God bless you. We have really listened to our prayers. Hey, freedom forever. Freedom forever. You can see the jubilant. Everybody's jubilant. Hey, police. Look at the jubilant from everywhere. Everybody's happy. Oh, at long last. At long last. At long last.
We no almost be break, Papa.
Most of them are not 8 years old in the Ghana Police Service.
Wow.
Watch your background. Most of them will not be 8 years old in the Ghana Police Service. You go back and check. Because no serious trained police officer, no matter how unhappy
you are,
you never come out in the public domain
and do video.
No,
you are right.
Yes, and so that was a
professional.
Yes, so one I for how can a police officer the camera be seen to say for my IGP or your video? Any serious can do that person. These people have to be sacked.
Was all
because because we are not on Nyansantin, not Jane or yard, and I make a we have a problem. On Nyansantin, not Jane or yet Dampare is gone, the police is still there. So it means that such a person any day will do anything to sabotage the IGP.
The system.
The system don't belong to Dampare. IGP 4 they come and go. The police service will be there. So this is a byproduct of bad recruitment.
Okay.
Or the camera seen him but the police service. This person should be advocating for good services and then as a forum. That is what you should be doing. Not the Dampare call problems what single room near the amount our police now or fridge or we be near Sabontain. Will it change? Or salary and cost of Dampare corner. You see, we need to make sure that we bring on board smart and intelligent people into the security. Now, say police officer Uber, no Koduna price assistant, no say mint your super How can you do this?
I do think this is a properly trained police officer.
Training police officer even say civilian when him provoke you to what extent until sir life by threatening. You don't even have to throw your hand. That is what UK. I don't know. You over there, Mahusa will brutalize a man for us. Well, ask who protest be because my men continue police in the name who did not tell Mankasa. But they were in public. Wouldn't mean young professional general didn't say good who know tier because it's part of the way about the job. You understand? So for me, the best solution is Alaska me say let us set up police training institution. This recruitment 6 months. Now you making sure that they go through that proper training, so you are able to mold personality. Even training college, nurses training college, university, man for spend 4 years kobano. Still, it breeds criminals. But you'll be able to weed out most of them. Because you have 4-year training known to be 3 years. Almost will betray them and they will drop on the way. Police are sensitive. They deal with life. Lipa life is on the matter. Man, who police for me Jessica, Kochan, Trogo, man for court, madam. How can you do this? Okoje, and no, to them, we 4 years, court we, no police need to front. No. Or smoggy we call back. Odra only a trap we say. Uko be na much if you are the obi call your friends say, some side ho baby. Within a short period, na boy not to talk car, not knowing say, Omo Paki we, a good karma, on that front. One day Odru was some Macotinos and I say, baby, or salute almost was salute to cry baby. Omo be a marine and what baby. Alaska, professionalism, no those things, our hifa. But Maka. Training nipa na still bone nipa bone bekoso. But when you subject them to long training like 3 years, every police officer before you come out, you'll be able to mold them, put certain acts be values be in the person. Sabaya obohu adwuma na oye no beti ase na nya sika pe na obi aba. The next thing is next hour pe kolora to adam. Car that is enti adwuma no kwan bi obefa so obenya no. Pasenke adesa adwuma no ye niye no so ye tua ne kaye oba police officer ba accommodation na sefo eye okay nya fe na soja ni aba abonten no ye na koto ye first dormitory mpa etata so be 3 or da soro na obi da na se na obi da we privacy wa hefa. How do you even get sound mind to do your work how you're supposed to do? I think that this conversation must be extended. Na ye hu say the whole police system na nkasa a total overhaul, right, and include other agencies as well.
But I say I'm sure 11 already down to 92.3 meba na mako Alan de Graf Kwansa wana me bisa say Dampare remove na niji ho and say still osusu say akabibi yenye bibi fa Dr. Delasi Edward Fitefle was South Town constituency or say my people here farmer Ivan na or say Mishasi 8 Ivan Unia TV na nadwemu edda ho na me bon yankopon mpa say NDC aban no empe baby emfa nenhye emfa emaye osi omo pe baby emfa nenhye mate oza Alaska na mi nhira wo energy mo pa wo ye na ye ka se incentrate juma wo de mufa na Alaska wo so ya tawda na waka wanu atum me bacho yesa mami ko Linda Wendy Odiako ago Edwe fi dodo wa jagbulete Oza Alaska nyankopon share oni ejuma oyema oma eg osa IGP eko na ni nyina ne se ni manfo ebose na ye se ukokuro bi so na ohini no wokra no yetwe na boso bisa se kuro no adwo odinchia demand the Greater Accra Regional Minister Honorable Linda Akwele Uklu ni de odi aba eno no Musa do we fi Kofodia sentiment Oza Alaska ye da ase ni adwuma wo ye Oza Alaska ye won sem bi aye ka Bob Marley eka na asem bi na ne oka je who the cap fits on one kasanche Oza Alaska osi Inspector General Samre Obi e wo so hu se ni nua no wababa be fom enti techima eni ewo mo aka no mo report no Oma yehu ni ekoso osi asembeba debi odinchia de ma Ivan Chei Innocent when should you odi aba Paul Amenosoja Alaska yada ase na ashama constituency aye secretary no debi oba it makes my day osi wo kasa to say grassroots na hina na gather oza on a grassroots person no obedi MC ni dia grassroots nyina enko ho na munkoji musika why Andrews Edwefe Asamanka si osi ye new IGP Yohuno osi Yohuno ekire se Yohuno osi obansu ye nipa But ofi osuwemu ofi mi traditional council the ofi medium. Alan.
Yes sir.
IGP ni changes at was saying.
Oh,
because coming from barracks now what sub background at was saying.
Oh, media Alaska say media kan no. Dia meti the here can meti enu na informing position. What you say? Because the meti efi police for ni bi ano. Ene nsema omoka edefa papa Dampare ho. Na emra so say was papa Dampare ko. Because Oshe, so we penning the police institution and so on, and as security services, no. So more only when they begin to drag their feet, they will say, you as the leader, no, you are in trouble.
Okay.
Yes, you are in trouble. And so therefore, for them to have called secretly or behind the scenes that Dampare is time that Dampare has to go, I think it's a step in the right direction.
Some were MPP, but they voted for NDC because they wanted their chief to go.
That is all. And so that is how it is. But when you say, Ghana Police Service, I don't know. We are a tenor, and as I did you know, in the Ghana Police Service, after the 6 months training, every promotion be Ghana Police Service, you have to write examination for it.
Every promotion?
Yes.
Okay.
If from constable to corporal in the past,
but don't say during these elections,
yes,
now you get a promotion in the tower.
Thank you. And what do you expect? So all these things were designed to train the policeman, the intelligence. Before say position be at the amount so be corpora. You have been tested, you have been tried, your understanding of the policing. Or they say, and no any be man own that very position. And so over the years, and from when you become a constable, corporal, sergeant, or inspector, it's only chief inspector. And at the number of years I will be serving. Or they say, and then chief inspector and more for free. But before you even graduate from sergeant to inspector, no, you have to write exams.
Wow.
That is how it is.
Really?
Yes, that is it. That is how it is. And it's a you're inspector now, and no dear. So we call control officers course, so that's the way nya. Or they say that in between that period, no, then you get your chief inspector. But in the past, nobody ever attained the position of ASP without writing an exam to get that position. And all these processes they have to go through, it is refining the mind and refining the mindset in terms of how policing is supposed to go. So you are building the people gradually. So day in and day after, or every product as the person is writing exams, you are preparing the person towards a bigger world. A friend said picture because in the past, when somebody comes from the university, bam, Oba Niamano, a friend said ASP.
Okay. And
that was opportunity. A champion. IGP a champion.
That's right.
Thank you. Oba boom. And a man officer.
Okay.
After one more time, if I may remember very clear.
Not just one person through the ranks, but because of the educational background. Okay.
It got to a stage, said no. So our promotion of one by virtue of acquiring the first degree, and so born in the police, because the practical police, omunsanka. And nuntino, so police in us say, and as a school, Nasa on sa echo degree now so oba ye ma won ko ESP street ye ma oba ebebeje inspector. And so at the inspector no you now go through the process send ebe obe pick the basic rudiment of policing.
Wow.
Before I say so opportunity neighbor send crofo graduate the next that is ESP. The more I'm degree near your mind then say another aspect of say if you are in the Ghana Police Service Nasa one year of courses through the Ghana Police Service. Now say we off outside. Now so credit degree now so the Boba certificate constable.
Oh really?
That is it. You can do the checks. And all these things are things that has been put in place to help to reform the Ghana Police Service. And there are so many things that is within the Ghana Police Service at that one. But I don't know the reason why leadership have decided say on better side we ediegu. Now on my year from Ghana Police Service Ababe says. I mean I remember very well in the year 2016 before we exit power. And I say if I may remember vividly, either 2012, 2013. I remember very well. Those days, you see, when NDC took power in the year 2009, we were copying what Kufuor did from 2000 to 2001 to the year 2008. where they were picking party boys here and there. So when Atamos assumed office, right, there was robbery all over the place. That was where Atamos must had a shoot to kill. Okay. Now, yeah, you remember that was shoot to kill. That's right. Kill anybody you got on spot who's robbery. Master, don't waste your time and take the person to where you have just do
that. That was when you turn bus.
Thank you.
That's right.
What you are saying, and that no, the NDC realizes say the issue of party boys recruiting them into the police service. It is not wrong, but look at the caliber of party boys recruit them
and their competence.
And so therefore, at that point in time, you pull breaks. And I can say, see, and say, penny be who wants to be my bobby, man, any of the security services, ma, make sure so we go through the process.
Wow.
And we do, baby, that is why our boys started crying and say, massa, what is this issue about certificate? Because the others did it without certificate. Why are you asking us also to bring certificate? What do I say? Because the criminals were too much in the police service. To the sense, see, an amount of criminality in the police service is increasing, and these were breaks that were put in place in a baby to my checking system and a refining system. So it got from the year 2013 to the year 2016. Uko penibi hon will not cut and say, oh, police are qua. Or Becca say forms ni PR. But what they have got top forms, no. Oh, got top forms, no. Nasa oko. I had the day of a friend say recruiting Nasa or pass it through. Now go through medicals. Nasa will be okay. They are over meeting my name.
I've heard Matilda.
You understand? These were all things. So we restrain ourselves. What I say? But you see, when these people came again, in the year 2016, they went back. Now, maybe you end this in Ukra degree, or you end this in Ukra SS. The fact that you have SS qualifies you to enter the Ghana Police Service. And therefore, when you go through and you have no criminal record and you are better checked, you qualify to enter the Ghana Police Service.
Okay.
But it becomes joy for the boys. Without checking their backgrounds, what happens? And so that is exactly what the MPP did.
Because what I know is first, you see a foul crown, a police, and that's an ambassador. What even cry recruitment, yet to me, back community.
That is it.
I bet you
understand? Because a Jumana Nipan Kwakwe, they are very sensitive.
But and as convicts cry to me a police for.
Oh, into Alaska.
Wow.
Going forward, no. Say Ghana be ye. I'm a Ghana tumpong. Na say person policing and na say security service in waiting mako inima. Yanya dia ese efata. Yes, we are party people. Your party ewa abem. Ye pe juma ye. But you penny for no so and making sure say kwan e be fa so ayedi nkofo begum aba be boy ho ma no. En kokon ya nkofo a omo se fata a on betimi ebo adwuma ko no. Na jumako na time gina na so na be a Ghana beti my head etumpon. But if it's going to be employment as a result of party, they say when the kitama baby are Dampare edi ababedu I na yin na ye kan ho asem I na ya pamon for the first time we witness within the Ghana Police Service. Na ye cameras, nipa de cameras. Na first no crab na oh police who dare you even put the camera on you.
When I say Ivan about a year ago, they are not Dampare you the cameras na Ivan Bekache him crashing. Ivan do you recall?
I remember.
Because recent about a week ago no sagbaja.
You say I think say na ma
oh, that's right. Yeah, the camera so yeah. Ivan, to wrap it up, no. What do you suggest? Say your security now. It's not about the Ghana Police Service.
It's about the security service.
Now, the Ghana Armed Forces is crowded a bomb. Air Force. As I'm talking to Air Force Commander or chain MPP communicator. And the people I've been advocating say almost no say obi to me cracker say omu Air Force Commander na oba would in about to your mama.
Alaska. For me, I think that maybe I make 1 or 2 about the budget.
Right.
Alaska. For me, some of these abayamba, yansisan way, no, I'm not a fan of those things. Because and now yet here can say me say NDC free power China obi nso beba abese sankofo ye kan but problem no solve. What I say? That is why I want us to shift our mind from abayamba yansisan way. We need to look at the core issues in there.
God.
And you can't bebre. One of the basic things has to do with recruitment. Nipana ye form qualification, background. Because you're not careful, we will end up arming criminals with guns. We legitimize criminals to go out there and kill people. Wow. And that is what is happening. So we need to sit down and say, your police, you know, a new focus. Now you're retooling, no. Now you're making sure, say, you see a professional police now. It must begin with the human resources, no, the quality of it. And that should be fundamental. When you have these institutions and structures in place, I know that the leadership there, it can run around because there is no police leadership and as a security capo anywhere in the world that was sitting on your job forever. No. One point in time you will go, but the professionalism and the institution, you know, must stay. And that is what we should be concerned with. Conversation, yeah, by social media. It's Dampare Yohuno, but the key issues are plaguing security in this country. Nobody's even delving into them. No. You understand? For me, the basic and the fundamental approach to this is to look at the issue of recruitment.
Okay.
And
the welfare of the personnel.
The welfare of the police. How can we live in the country? Our police in the bullion van and na yakuno. The following day, near far another constable, the Natinum no near Kuno. Another day, near far another person near Kuno. For 3 consecutive times. Why would that such thing happen? Nippon on Shavesto. Now, young man of Gold Coast to 1957, they seen a 9 so. Oshia arm robber, new sophisticated gun, side up, or here, within a short way meters, Otimisu Tuku. But I found a police officer and just a beer car on front of man, and some watching 210 or Russia from their hand so. And we were all watching. The police resources no more, no, near more than your crowd, sometimes we know how one just here. Police lands. Your friends say, now, no, one issue about a topic has to do with police uniforms. So, first, now,
very well.
But I said, yeah, no, there is this private entity, IGP by ordered that contract, and I'm on the produce on a crant, they're police officers. So, in terms of security wise, no private sector, no, are coming into your friends say, young ship police von Tardiano. How are you even guarantees that such Tardiano will not get to people who are not police officers?
Exactly.
These are key issues, you understand? So, for me, you know, issues now you can stretch beyond individual Dampare Yohuno. We need to look at the issues of recruitment for me and the national security in other areas. And then who will be also a national security? Nippon original cry, but also a national security.
Oh, Nippon
original also a national security.
But when you said for the first time, I mean, say yes, will be a national security or to me kita gota. But 8 years here, to me will be 10 years. Then time from 90 something 2000 yam papa mu MP da utumi no bi to me tenefie kwa ya national security.
Yeah.
So what are we doing? What is it that what standards are we setting?
Yes. The national security is the intelligent wing of your security.
Exactly.
You working with somebody here, the person is national security, but you don't know.
Exactly.
Yes. And within it, you know, they have this research department. External. So more or less like a CIA, the spy unit of the Ghana of the security architecture, and you will not even know. There are people who are regular, they do their normal. Let me tell you, some of these, you know, say America called CIA, they don't have internal jurisdiction. You cannot operate within the US as a CIA.
Wow.
They operate outside. So over Ghana has say, you know, obichara dey school.
But Oyebi. Martin said University of Ghana. You
don't know what people are doing. And forever and ever, you not even have a hint to send the power dealing with some of these things. What I say? Last time I catch you, war films and I say for now, Obi or CIA operative, no, very nice person what dresses a suit in as a form. Some of these things you see on the movies, they are direct opposite of what the actual CIA is. Because the CIA person, no, Usiana, they have something called nondescript. Usiana or Pimwa. Now, two anywhere and I see a cassette describe now. The appearance is such that you won't even find a way to describe the person.
Wow.
Yes. Send who your friend was checking in as a phone. Oh, he's nice there. But you find out I don't know. You can't describe the person. That is being intelligent and being smart, dealing with people. But let's get national security. Intelligent, smart, gathering intelligence, processing it. Because raw information, they will be able to answer. Intelligence in a refined form of raw information, our picky, and making it usable. So Nipano must be very intelligent, very smart, being able to analyze some of these things, picking intelligence from information and any way now. How do you do all these things? So I think that we need to look at it properly.
Me like blinking for course.
Oh, Alaska.
Mommy, mama, be 5 minutes because me lights started blinking.
Okay. So budget.
Yeah, I mean, Adam. So say, Omonji.
No, Nasa already on your serious. No, Angela, no, mamma, and Oji, and Papa, and Oji. Because no, what's it? You know, so bet, now I'm 40 bet.
That's right.
And you know, when you know, none of my men are better. And
the colleague, I have Patrick Boama about the patch of say you slip. So
it's not a slip. It is not.
Obia wire press conference, you know.
It is not.
I will be general statement in a slip. You see, I think there. Or more go money must say this is a party I was slipping into opposition. You do sober reflection and try to rebuild yourself. But arrogance, you know, the MPP does not even realize that they are in opposition. But if you look at the conduct of Afenyo Marking, then I say, but they are not backing down. Alaska, you need to build yourself up. Just to make a man for say, oh, you lose power, you CMBB, and we are coming back. But the rhetoric, the posturing and everything it doesn't show. For me, what I'm happy about is this uncapping and realignment strategy.
That's right.
After forcing, adopting just to ensure say the economy will come on back on stream. For me, that is very
excellent.
Good, excellent. For instance, now you can about financing some of these things, or say levy a free home, or say betting tax a free home. E11 was estimated said this year it was going to we generate 1.9 billion. Betting taxi what cost around 190 and 180 million, not billion no.
Okay.
And in a million no carbon you'll be running around somewhere 2.2 billion. And the gentleman says, we have this Revenue Administration Act. I had to call Parliament in 2016.
That's right.
I making sure 6% of all revenue in this country will be sitting in a tax refund account or GRA.
Which is a very huge amount.
Yes. In a year, no. From now on, around 26 billion and them.
It's sitting in that account.
Yes. Can no for tell you sue just 43% penny at the refund tax. And I'm sure it's a lie.
Oh, wow.
There's significant amount of money in your Alaska, there's a resource pool. So as a smart and intelligent person, all that kind of at force here and say or cut it that particular amount by 2%. The 2% will generate 3.8 billion,
which is far bigger than
and cover the two. And there's extra because the two taxes will give you 2.2 billion. The 2% is giving him 3.8 billion. Oti 2.2 from 3.2 where 1.6 billion. And I catch it. Uncle baby, just being smart and making sure say you take away 2% from it, you know. Sasikano or the 100,000 year for assembly members. And this Oko Fasiscano Yano here. Had no yes can free.
Wow.
Again, textbooks are more the air for Sasikani Bino. School feeding Sikano Modia no, even though Monsieur Sade, Ebino Ditia. Capitation grant and I push you quite the moon. So you see, being smart, some of the things that they can create. And Alaska, you buy now say free SHS. I can't just say any guarantee source of funding.
That's right.
So all that you have to do is or you on
any blueprint.
Yes. So Alaska, now get funding no so far. Apart from say your capino. Now the actual bond so because you see our waji way what Domahama has done is Bosian and Kana Edda get fund so so get fund is free and I was saying on capino so Sikana Asanka Ebaha a bind the coding Semuno Sasikani is coming back to
where it's supposed to be.
Where it's supposed to be
education.
That is all.
And that alone is generating extra 4.1 billion. Extra 4.1 billion, no? Free SHS financing at 3.5. Alaska, Uti free ma 1, Uti free ma Senebeka. Huge sums of money back actually. The Enono is paying for but people with disability or more quarter share free. Sasikano is coming to pay. And there are extra cash to deal with some of these things.
But is it in the case, Ebrinum name Nyansa, and I say, best of the book,
they don't get it.
No, Nyansa, no, Nanipa, no arrogance, or the moon, a cause of
you don't know government, you say no government.
But is that or being sticker? Yeah, argument there. Moko Parliament. Also, do you know where I schooled in the UK? Jimmy. And now, who go school UK? And like, or go school UK.
I don't want to go school.
Mammy Falcos.
Oh, but that's how we can. Okay. Make catch yourself.
Wow.
The defense, our more put you up at the previous finance, no. It should never stand the test of time.
Okay.
It is never true. It is deliberate to throw dust in the eyes of the people. Well, say ne, kojo upon kruma, etimi eko hold press conference. Nasa or kase sika abain, etwa say ye frankonko ye road infrastructure no. Say sika na abain etwa say frankonko ye road infrastructure and sika nisha. Look, what is the sense in this? Who, as at the time maybe read the budget. What the finance minister outlined, say project bebre mo award on contract ni nyina no sika crap na documentation crap e den eni ono mo
eba kwajo pon unim ni constituency
so say ayiribi
afose oye MP fun kura chen
obi what is this guy trying to see? He is trying to prove to Ghanaians that he's knowledgeable, but what he espoused, it's empty. Because the projects are all over us. That Momo initiative, which of them has His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Eba and SACano was stopped? None of them has been stopped.
The projects are ongoing.
They are ongoing. So why will you come and tell the government so sensibly? No, he expects His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Said another Danko Akufo-Addo has thrown out a certain amount of money. Odika won't minchia. The economy is facing challenge. Now said John Dramani Mahama Bene. With the challenges that he has on hand, no, he should go and also throw certain amount of money out there when the ones outstanding he has not been able to pay. Common sense. And you tell Ghanaians and say, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is not thinking about the people of Ghana. We'll have another time and come and discuss this. You see, these people should look at them very carefully. That is why I said last week, say NDC, our leadership, I'm pleading with them. The only thing that will be able to use to reset Ghana and clear the conscience of Ghanaians is communication.
For now, over in social media with Facebook about 1.3K Nipa and Ashe show no every it also say Alaska keep these people for me every Friday. And I say 0303 402 862 and 0303 402 904 0541 82 5106. Kwasi Bogu.
Commander Ambassador.
Yes, sir.
I catch you say who and Central Juman and Yankupon or she say, and now Papa see our mammy in wo bas as is. And you say 1.3 or 1.5K in a tier and almost here. And I'm a
that's right, 1.3K, Nipa 1,003.
Excellent work done for you and your crews. Commander, Mr. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. O Mampani Papa Ghana for Yan say. You can't political party MP or my Ghana year. We MPP free ma. Or Bonsamu crap or Bana Tabuma, ye who baby MPP, the fact they say. Oh, who say, agenda 111, Abaya Tnakunyasu and fear poly, and what we want to me and Siba Kukura and MPP Mrasio Bejani, a book of Jopa, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say. Agenda 111 one body no ye me pese me bisa MP ni say agenda 111 sika be no de to ho ma His Excellency John Dramani Mahama won fan wie security side ho de me pese me ka ho asem because no nya for Dampare enemy papa nya onu omumie no nyina omo ye nkrofo a me po ma asem je ho de me nkrofo empanifo na animudi e de mo my Ghana enti no mesre say o Mampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama de Opegana ye into the Mobenya Scano de CSS hospital na people for any more said on be abandon His Excellency John Dramani Mahama de or no on yes obey ni amaniama commander in so and a besia or pipe and Yankupon Shanijima.
Right. Good evening.
Alaska the dog.
Bama by Yonko.
We are Unia Bema, Jeffrey Francis. Oh, that's all my fantastic man. What you say? Alaska, Chia, mini pama me avanti abrante ende bia Alaska me kan ni die nyansa nyankopon de ama na su yi papa nga asase de da me ka tro se eya ona ne papa ne maame ase o ma boa ne yi papa o wa ho brasie so ate ase adwin ni nyansa wo ni film squad na ehia o na Alaska o mo ye fantastic ye bra no kata wie sisi an enye nwanwa se obi se keep omo every Friday bia ni die ni nyansa o mo kata uti an wa kuma to yem won sa adwin a o kan obi se mi ko school UK Ivan de nyame sia na Alaska de me kan se ye beda President John Dramani Mahama se papa no wa ho brase wrong nti de mo kan otie di Alaska nya aka no electoral commission ta ma me no o yi ni mfiri ho na bibia anko ye Alaska o mere ni nti me da so ni opportunity nyango pon nya okese
me da say good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello.
Hello, the Don.
Yes, sir. Reverend Josiah.
Yes, sir. The Don, I am very, very happy about this particular topic. And I'm very in tune by the submission Ivan has made and the other colleague. You get it? I, for one, the other day I told you I will come to the studio. I am a security couple, national security for that matter. And national security at the port will draw intelligence. Not that because I belong to the party and the party has won. So at all costs, you have to be put to the national security. If I'm telling you my credibility and I'm telling you my input in national security, it will interest you to know. But it looks like when the party comes to power, everybody is fighting together, forgetting those who really, contribute their quota and brought results. Go to Brookgate and ask for Josiah. You get it? And when we talk in terms of national security is not quota. No, it is about you picking intelligence. I went and teach a private security, and the guy told me he was born in a barracks, but he have never heard the kind of security tips that I give them. You get it? And I'm very, very in tune of what you people are saying there. But I think I have to make it and come to the studio. God bless you.
Welcome, boss. Good evening.
Good evening, Alaska.
Yes, sir.
Only as you say from Asamankesi.
It's a young call.
Alaska, Yamishiro. First of all, I Yefua Mahama Frimono, and then Mufua, one Mumueno, is Shranka. Alaska, but now a person may know pushy a Jumabi my government to no bet, and now Kabaku wants some security. But the more people, me matudi Oria ORIA, which is Operation Retrieve Illegal Arms. Many of the pushes are Ajada normal government, security no, Ebeye, Monanya Minya Juma.
Medas, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Alaska.
I told you about your Casafi.
Within the Arumia, Mikasafi Kupuria.
Arumia, uncle.
Unimudi, Yamishra Pansa Unimudi. And the Sia, so Ivan, so dear, Ono Yogu, Minimsani American Asamapa. In terms of national security, Asama Mokan. Say, Obit Mibet now say, maybe a national security. And so first now, yes, Susana, you say, because will be a national security. Unimuno, Obetina Baufi, Abet now more than several years. Unimsa or Yejuma, we are not saying. And so no Yejuma. But and then MPP time, Obi Kita Gota, no Kita Peso, no on now. Eja Okron 4 cry, deny a special say or a special police, intelligent police. This is Ghana.
Right.
Very wonderful. But Alaska, only Yamini Juma, Yamishra Pan.
Men so Medas, Mamin Fa, good evening. Hello. Me ba jodi.
Abalo mfrefe dun kwa nofe.
Abalo yankwa.
Ya da wasi ene djuma pa wodi ma o man Ghana. Onyankopon ko suntia. the president has said why the farmer where you Dampare floor. I can't see the boss no. I can't see the boss no more money no in floor. And yes, sir. And someone with the back to the Munina or bet delay time of 4 years in Nedru. Until your more money no on the floor near Hunter. The Matnamico for Shram.
Medas, last caller, would you?
Good evening, Alaska.